We can edit this out.
She's gonna keep calling and keep calling.
Welcome back to another episode of the Auti Show. Today, one of our special guests is one of Houston's biggest event coordinators. He is a man of many, many talents, many abilities and skills. He is the people's favorite, and he is one of my closest friends. Thank you, Fortune, for coming today.
Yay. Thank you, Adam. I mean, dang, that was a lovely introduction, Thank you so much. I appreciate it for having me on your show again. My name is Fortune, creator of Baywatch, Baywatch Events, We the Party, College Nation, and a few other events as well. We we do a lot of events. I'm gonna just take it easy. Wait on the Adam.
Do you want to tell them how we met?
Oh yeah, it's crazy how we met. So there's a guy named Book. Yeah, his name is Book. Book was kind of like rich now as far as like Baywatch and stuff like that. So Book was like, hey man, how you feel about coming down to Texas State and doing a party? And I was like, yeah, that would be dope. I have all the phone machines and I have all the sound equipment, so it would be a good thing. And at first it was, I think Adam was like, I don't know, I don't know. I think Adam was kind of like against it.
I was just a little hesitant because I didn't know you. I didn't know anybody. So when there were so many people that are like, oh, we should work together. But yes, I was a little hesitant.
Yeah. So I think the first time it was like, yeah, we're not going to do it. Adam was hesitant. And then the second time she was like, yeah, let's do it, And then I went down there. We got on the phone. And then, we did some homework, found out where the venue was, and there it is. And look at us now. It's crazy.
That's a pretty accurate representation.
It's crazy.
So I wanted to ask you, what prompted you to create Baywatch? Because Baywatch, I'm not going to lie, I knew of Baywatch back when I was in high school. That was a house, that was a very well-known name in the Houston area. So you've been doing this a good minute. Yeah,
I've been doing Baywatch for 5 to 6 years now. Probably I believe we're going on 7. I gotta do my homework and remember. So it's crazy how Baywatch started. I started off as a DJ, right? So I was a DJ. I was DJing, and one day it was some promoters that's on the north side of Houston. They used to book me. Like literally the first or second week of March, they used to book me. It just depends, right? They booked me 2 times. And when I was DJing the parties, I used to meet people from like everywhere. I met this girl from Dallas. I was like, man, this is cool. Like, I'm meeting people I didn't know people would travel to different places for parties. So I really didn't have so much knowledge into the party. I was like, 17, 18. And I was DJing, and I was like, okay, cool. So, I was excited for this event every year because I get to DJ it. I was making like $700 off the event, and I was very excited for that $700. I would be like, man, I can't wait to go back again and do that again. So, it became a thing for me. I did it for 2 years. The third year, I actually reached out in like January. I was like, hey, you guys doing the party again this year? I'm just trying to be prepared so I can make sure. And I was like, nah, I don't think we're doing it this year. One of the guys is not around anymore. And I was like, dang. So that gave me an idea. Okay, if they're not doing the party anymore, man, that 700 was nice. I need to come up with something that that's kind of like that. The party was cool. Like, I liked it. It was awesome. So I said, the concept was more of a spring break kickoff, so it's like a spring break type of event. So I said, okay, cool. I got to come up with something clutch that's going to bring people from everywhere to come to the party.
But that's kind of crazy. As a DJ, instead of going to just find another DJ gig, you just decided to create the party.
Yeah, but that another DJ gig, I don't think that was going to give me 700.
Oh.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, it's crazy me coming in as a DJ, I've always had my own equipment. It's just always been like that. You know, I have sound equipment, and you know, I'm not the average DJ that would just pull up and bring two speakers and stop playing. If you book me, I want my thing to sound real good. So I make sure I have my speakers together, I have my subs together, I have lights. You know, if needed, you may not even need them, but if I see what type of party it is and what time it is, I'll say, you know what, I'll bring the lights with me. So
it seems like you've always been a coordinator.
Yeah.
First behind the DJ booth,
yep.
and then outside of the DJ booth.
Yep. It's crazy. And then, you know, this is kind of like where I started taking the party asset more serious and kind of like let go of DJing and actually putting together an event and giving others opportunity to perform. And, you know, because I can't do everything. I mean, I can. It just depends. But I'd rather sometimes it's okay. Just, you know, put the party together and let somebody else have a shot, you know? But yeah, so, yeah, that's how it started. And I said, guess what? I am going to find an idea and a name that will bring out people and it will be dope.
So where did Baywatch? How did that?
So, there's a man-made beach in Houston, right? It used to be called Banana Beach, right? Man, this is crazy because at first we were not even gonna have Baywatch, okay? So the first thing was, okay, the name. I was like, okay, cool, we're gonna do this. The name of the party, you know, it was like, all right, okay, cool, we're gonna do the name. The name is gonna be Baywatch Beach Party, okay? And I was like, that's what the name was. So, boom, you know, this place again, it's a man-made beach in Houston. Let me ask you a question. What Houston experiences a lot of in September?
Hurricanes.
There you go. So guess what? This place was the best place. This would have been the best place to do Baywatch, even to just grow it, because people would just come. When you say beach in Houston, people are not going to believe you. They're going to be like, what, man-made beach? This place was...
Yeah, when you say beach in Houston, I'm thinking Galveston.
Man, it's crazy. It was 30 to 35 minutes from downtown. Perfect location. But, you know, when I was promoting Baywatch, I was already kind of like talking to the guy prior to September, but it got hit by a hurricane.
Dang.
And yeah, so, and then the guy was like, yeah, man, I'm still renovating. I should have it ready for you for Baywatch. So, boom. February comes. The event is in March. I go over there in February. I'm like, hey, man, I'm getting ready to drop the flyer with the address on it. Can I give you the deposit? He goes like, nah, not yet. Just give me like 2 weeks. I should have everything ready. I'm like, are you sure? He's like, yeah. We should be good. Okay, cool. So, boom, 2 weeks before Baywatch, I go over there with the money. The place looked beautiful. And I'm like, hey, man, I have the cash. I'm ready to drop this address. And he goes like, man, I'm sorry, man. I'm not going to be able to do it because the city's not giving me permits. The city don't even want me to open back over here because, you know, this is like the third, fifth time we got hit by a hurricane. Every time we got hit, the city, you know, they have to like renovate. Really, the city want to buy the place from him too and do some other project with the place. So he's explaining to me. I'm like, man, come on, man. I've been promoting a beach party and like what's the solution, man? He goes, at that point, I was kind of like ready to, because then it was going to rain. It was supposed to rain like the following weekend. And I'm just looking at the weather and I'm looking at that. And I'm like, man. So at that point, I was like, I didn't know what to do. I was kind of like in the middle. And my brother Steph was like, nah, Fortune, let's just go ahead and have it. And well, where he wants to have, I'm like, well, we don't know where we're going to have it right now. So it's kind of like, you know, I just want to like, hey. And then shout out Mr. Pat too. Mr. Pat was there. So what ended up happening, we talked to the man. He goes, okay, let me make a phone call. I may have another place that you guys can do the event. He made the phone call. The other venue is called Magnolia Beach. This is where Baywatch officially started. Boom, Miss Maria answers. She goes like, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, tell them to come over and look at the place. Man, we went over there. That place was not as beautiful as Banana Blend Beach, but it was massive. Massive.
That's
Sitting on 200 acres. Yes, the place was massive. I'm talking about you start from the other side and you just pretty much is off the San Jacinto River. It comes like all the way down. Like they have jet skis, there's boats in the water, there's four-wheelers back there. I mean, it was just a perfect package.
That's an event coordinator's dream because it doesn't always have to look good, but space is what matters.
The space was there and the sand was there. So now you have sand.
Ooh.
Now you have a beach. I mean, the place was awesome. It was dope. So, you know, this is my first event. This is our first like event this far out away from Houston, like out in Crosby. So it's
How far is that?
Same thing, 35 minutes. But still though, we've never done no events on this side. So it's still like people are gonna have to travel, you know, the Houstonians are gonna have to go that way. So I'm like, okay, cool. So how do we move on this? So I'm like, okay, cool. There's a beach house and there's the beach. I'm like, we do this event on the beach. This is our first event. It's probably going to be too big for us. So I said, okay, we're going to do it under the beach house. So it was called Baywatch Beach Party under the beach house. We did it. Rest in peace, B King. B King was there. You know, he was like, man, yeah, man. B King was there. If you look at the highlights and videos, he was on the stage. He was like,
so he was rocking with y'all since the beginning.
Yeah, so I was already kind of booking him too in a way. Yeah, he was there. You know, he was there. I think Tisa was there too. Tisa Korean was there. The whole gang, like everyone that was in with the party when it first started was there. So Tisa was there. Man, it's a lot. DJ Justo was there. I mean, it's a lot of people that was there that I'm not mentioning, but they, you know, shout out to you guys. It was just a lot of people. But yeah, so everyone was there. We did it. It was great. You know, and this place was cheaper than Banana Beach.
How much was it? If I can ask.
It was $3K.
Oh, okay.
$3K. So
that's ideal for a party in Houston.
So that was ideal because it was my first time. I did it again next year. She went up 500.
Oh.
Okay? Yeah. I did it again. She went up 5,000.
5,000?
She went to 5,000. But it was okay because the money was there. Like it was okay. The event was growing. So now then boom, it's there. Working with the team. You know, we all serious. You know, we're going down there. Me, Steph, Chris, and a few other people. We're going down there to we booked the Airbnb. We booked the Airbnb. This was like when we started doing like some real good marketing. We booked the Airbnb. The Airbnb had a pool in the back. Shout out DJ Money. He was involved in this too. So we in the back. We're in the back, and we're shooting like it's like a music video, but it's for Baywatch. Mm-hmm. There's a beach. There's a lake. There's water on the lake. Get on the jet skis.
Y'all was really trying to make it look like Baywatch.
Yeah. So we got the lake. We got the girls in bikinis on the pool. You know, it's just the vibe. It's dope. It's working out. Everything is cool, right?
Yeah.
So we do that. That Baywatch beach party ended up being good. So this is the third one. Mm-hmm. Now we're going to the fourth one. The fourth one, when I went there to look at the property and just kind of like come up with some ideas, I went there and I spoke to another event coordinator. And I was like, yeah, so you guys setting up, it's a dope setup. He was like, yeah, how long you guys gonna be out here? He goes, we're gonna be here for 3 days. And I was like, oh wow, cool. And I was like, what made you do 3 days? He goes, well, check it out. If you have the stage here already, you have the lights, you have everything's already set up. So why not capitalize on everything? Because I'm only charging one time.
Someone just gave you that information freely?
I said, yeah, with just conversation, just having. I said, okay, great. And he goes, well, I said, well, I'm gonna need to rent some sound from you. I'm gonna need to rent some stage from you, and whatever else, I'll just let you know. So I come back to the table. I tell the guys, hey man, we're gonna do Baywatch. It's gonna be 3 days now, you know. And I think Steph is the one that said we should call it Baywatch Weekend. I think he's the one that said that. I was like, okay, bet. Baywatch Weekend it is. So it went from Baywatch Beach Party to Baywatch Weekend.
And when you say Steph, you mean famous Steph?
Yes, famous Steph. So that's when it became Baywatch Weekend, and then we started coming up with other names like Baywatch Retreat. Whenever we do that, like a hotel, we'll do like a Baywatch takeover. We'll be like a Baywatch Retreat. Everything is at the hotel. Like you don't have to go anywhere. Everything is just there. So Baywatch. That's how Baywatch Weekend. We named it Baywatch Weekend. Friday, the first event we did on that Friday was the first event we did. Then this is right before COVID hit. We did one that was big, and then right after COVID, when people was about to start coming outside, it was called Baywatch Weekend. Friday was Freaknik. Saturday, Baywatch Beach Party, and on Sunday was the Afro Caribbean. That was like the original lineup, and it was still under Baywatch Weekend, but these were like the different events.
And y'all still do that? Y'all still have that flow? Yeah,
still the flow, but everything changed up a little bit, right? So, boom. Man, when I tell you this, okay, so Friday, we did Friday. Friday was great. We averaged about 2,500 people. We had fireworks. Like, it was dope. So everyone is excited. Now, everybody that did not come Friday, they seen the videos, they seen all of that. Man.
They came Saturday.
This was crazy. We don't open the gates till 3 p.m. 11:30, we had a line. 11:30 a.m. I'm there trying to set up stuff, try to move around. I just see people start pulling up. They'll pile up outside the gate. I'm like, I said, hold on. I get on the four-wheeler, drive over there. I'm like, hey, the party don't start yet. They're like, yeah, but we don't want to be in the line. We want to get in first. I said, oh, my God, this is going to be crazy.
Y'all had people literally waiting for you at the door.
Right then. This is at 11:30 a.m. The party starts at 3 p.m.
I would have still been asleep at that time.
Man, it's crazy. I said, okay, cool. I'm going to make a phone call. I get on the phone. I call the security. I call the police. I call everybody that I had, and I said, hey, can you bring 3 to 4 extra people with you? Dang. My sister, I said, hey, bring some old people. We need more people to work because it's going to be one of those days because people are here at 11. This is crazy. I already know how it's going to be if people are coming here at 11. So I tell the security, okay, I learned everybody to come. My sister is on the way. You know, everyone is running a little bit. We're supposed to, I want everybody there like at 1 now, 12 o'clock.
What party was this? What number?
This was Baywatch. This was right after everybody came from COVID.
So this was like 3 or 4?
This would have been 3 or 4.
Okay.
3 or 4. So I said, yeah. So, hey, cool. So my sister, she's coming. You know, she works the door. Mama's coming. So they coming. You know, boom. They start setting up the door. But when they started setting up the door, they got there at like 1. The line was already going all the way down and curving up.
Oh my
right?
God.
And this is like all the way in the back, right? But it's like once the line gets to the streets, it's going to be hard for a lot of people in that neighborhood to move around.
Yeah.
3 o'clock hits. Calling more police. I need more security. I need more police over here. It's getting crazy. These people just keep coming. They can't stop coming, right? So
that's a promoter's dream and nightmare.
Man, I'm telling you, they will not stop coming. This is 3 o'clock now. This is when the party starts. I already called for backup. Now I'm calling for more.
For backup.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, man, just get everybody. I don't care how many you bring. Just bring everybody over here. We need as many people over here as possible. Yeah. It's a lot of people that keep coming. Originally, for this event, we had 25 security guards and 10 police officers. That was not enough.
Dang.
Right? So we calling for more. The line at 3 o'clock is all the way going from Magnolia Beach all the way down to Sheldon. I don't know if you understand where that's at. But
how far is that?
The line was probably about between 5 to 10 miles. So
what?
10 miles. 10 miles. That's how the line long was, because I forgot the line went all the way to the freeway.
So you think that's when people like really started knowing about Baywatch?
Man, the line was so long that you was in line for 2 hours waiting.
No.
You get out the car, you start dancing. It turned into a whole spring break thing in the line. You have people, you have girls.
I don't think I've even waited for the rodeo that long.
Twerking on top of cars, and then it's only one way to go in and one way to come out. Dang. You see what I'm saying? So now, if you stay in that neighborhood, it's going to be a problem because you can't get to where you need to go. And
were you worried about the fire marshal?
I mean, I was worried about a lot of things, but it's like, I was worried about a lot of things. But my main goal was to make sure that everyone that's inside is having a good time and everybody's safe, right?
Yeah.
So this happens. Party's still going on. The line is still crazy. Vendors that leave to go try to get resupplies, they can't even come back in. That's how crazy it was. So the traffic is so crazy. Now, this is 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock, this is what happens at 5 o'clock. They call the police that, to come look at the line, see what's going on. So the police don't know what's going on. Nobody knows what's going on. So police comes, fire marshal come. They call them at like 6 o'clock. They could not get to the party till 8:30. You get what I'm saying? So they were supposed to be in came to let us know, hey man, what's going on over here? Why is the traffic? We're still letting people in. Like we're letting them in. But the way we did it is we check cars before they come in, because it's like we check cars, so that took a lot of time away, but that's how we had to do it.
So was the quality of the party diminished because of all that extra going on? Or?
No, the party was still going on.
It was jumping?
Do you want to see a video? Right before they shut it down?
Well, after.
Yeah,
yes.
It was.
Yes, I need
crazy.
to see that video.
I'm telling you, we have, I think that day we did probably on the inside, we probably had between 8,000 to 10,000 people on the beach. We have another nightmare on the outside going all the way to the freeway.
Wow.
Okay? So now, the police finally makes it to us. They didn't even come to the party. They made it like on the other side of the gate. You remember, it's 200 acres. So I have to get on a four-wheeler, and I have to go over there and talk to them. So I go over there. They're like, what's going on? You guys have a concert over here or something? No, we just do a party for spring break. Oh, my God, no talent? And y'all doing this?
Wait,
Jesus.
who asked that?
The police officer and the fire marshal, they thought it was a big concert going on.
No talent?
They're like, who's the promoter? Is it a big time? No, it's just me and
they were more wowed about the success of the party without an artist.
Like, so they're like, how did you get all these people over here?
Wow.
So that's the conversation. They're like, well, we're gonna have to shut it down because the traffic is crazy.
Dang. So they was giving you your props while also giving you it's time to go.
Yeah. So he goes, well, and I told him, well, I said, what we can do is, and then it was, you always gonna have one that's like, shut it down now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. And I'm like,
well, we've known them.
And I'm like, well, we can't shut that party down till the outside is cleared. Because if you shut it down, then nobody's gonna go anywhere if the outside is like this. So, and I said, if one of you guys go over there and shut the party down, it's going to we don't know what's gonna happen. So let me take care of it. And the other guy's like, no, shut it down. And then the other officer's like, man, you probably should listen to this guy. If he brought all these people here, you should listen to him. And then and then it was like, okay, cool. So what's the plan? And I talked to the officers. And, I cooperated on everything they wanted. I went over there. I was like, hey, I'm talking to my team. We're about to shut the party down, but this is how we're going to do it. Let's help the officers real quick, try to clear the outside so people can start leaving.
Wait, so how long was the party?
The party started at 1, and it ended like at 9 o'clock.
Oh, okay. So people got their party on.
Yeah, the party was on. The party was definitely on. Remember, I also have the next day.
Dang.
Okay, so boom. I said, okay, cool. So this is how we're gonna do it. And I talked to the officers. The officers listened. So we started cleaning out the outside. So I go on stage. I'm on the stage. I say, hey, everybody, you know, I got some good news and some bad news. Watch out over here first. The bad news. Okay. I said, well, yeah, I know it's a line starting from the gate all the way to the freeway. They're like, huh? Like, yeah. So the fire marshal, they've tried to come here at 6 o'clock, and then now I'm making it over here. It's 9 o'clock, you know? And it's just too many people outside, and, you know, we're just going to have to shut down the event. And they're like, no, like, man. They're like that. Everybody was like, what's the good news? I said, the good news is I'm going to redo this event again sometime in May.
I thought you were about to say we're gonna redo it tomorrow.
No, I did say. I said I'm gonna redo this event sometime in May. I don't know if tomorrow is gonna happen, but if you do have your tickets, hold your tickets till May, and we're gonna redo it again, right? And everyone was like, "Oh man," I was like, "Okay, drop one more song." Dropped the one song.
Wait, was it Chief Keef?
It was Swag Surf and Finito.
Okay.
So it was Swag Surf. Finito. That's the video that I have with the crowd going bananas.
I was like, you gotta end on a hype note.
Yeah.
There.
So, man, when I tell you, that was like the biggest event that was ever done. You know, it was just awesome. So the event was lit. It was awesome. So cool. All the vendors made money. Like everybody was sold out. It was great for everybody, right? So boom, this what happens. You know, I get, you know, everyone is still standing, not trying to leave. The music is off. Someone had a snake, like a python. You know, those yellow snakes, that's a pet snake.
Oh, I remember you telling me this.
Okay. So, you know, right in front of the stage. And I don't know what happened, if it was the girl or the guy, but the snake fell on the floor.
Oh.
When that snake fell on the floor, when I say everybody was out of there, that's that snake on the floor. What?
That is chaotic.
Everybody just, you know, it just cleared. It cleared very, very quickly when somebody said it was a snake on the floor.
Did they get the snake, or like did the snake run off?
They got the snake. You know, the owner got the snake, but
they didn't want to be nowhere near the snake.
Nobody wants to be near a snake. So everybody, skedazzled, you know, like shoop. So boom, now the fire marshal comes in. You know, they're talking to me. They're like, "Yeah, man, took my information down, the name of the party, you know, all that stuff." I talked to them, and they said, "Well, this is your first time, so, you know, talk to them." And they said, "Well, you know, next time you're gonna do something like this, is procedures." You know, that's when I started finding out more about the permits, event permits, and all that type of stuff. So I went and did my homework.
Because I know you don't play about your permits.
Oh yeah, I went and did my homework, and now I know. So, but you know, the planning part, size of it. So that was the cool part. Everything was fine. Now the part that I didn't like was that place was always under the map. So when I did that party,
it put it on the map.
When it put it on the map, meaning everybody that's done something wants to go over there and host Zydeco events, festivals, concerts, all types of stuff.
I've heard this story too many times.
Right? So, but I didn't really care about that part. The part that still hurts me to this day, and I look and I regret, is that I had a great relationship with Miss Maria. When that happened, and the fire marshal came over there, then it was a lot of permits and stuff that had to get done, like the maintenance.
Was
it
like
property.
Tickets and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if she got tickets, but she definitely told her that she can't be open till she fixes some stuff there, and you know, it cost her a lot of money, you know, and you know, at that point, I was still early in the game, so I was still trying to figure things out on my own. But definitely to this day, you know, if Miss Maria says, "Hey, Fortune, I need this," and I'm ready to go. Like, hey, I mean, I know she said, well, I can't go back over there as of now, but I'm still cool with the family. But you know, it's just something that's the only thing I regret, that I can't do no Baywatch over there anymore.
Dang.
You know, but hopefully one day we can, because it's an amazing place. But if that was to happen over there, it would be a situation where people would have to park in Houston and get on the bus and get shipped down there, because like the traffic over there is crazy. It's only two-way lanes, you know.
See, and that, as a previous event planner, that makes sense, because you never get, like, there's always give or take somewhere. It's never a perfect picture. So either, you know, the venue capacity is great, the location is great, but there's no parking.
Yeah.
Or there's plenty of parking, but only like a 200 capacity venue, and that's not great for business.
100%. So the next day, Miss Maria was like, you should look on Facebook. See what they're talking about.
Oh, so even though she like had a lot to deal with, she was still willing to help you.
Yeah, like we were still okay at that moment. In those first 3 weeks, everything was okay. It was like later on, when stuff started piling up. You know what I mean?
Legal.
She was like, look on Facebook. And I was like, okay. I went and looked on Facebook, and there was a lot of comments like, man, you guys had everybody over here, trash everywhere, all the type of, like literally the next day. So I said, okay, no problem. And it was in the morning when she said, look on Facebook. I said, okay, no problem. So I called everybody that was on my team. I went in the back, and the video's still on Instagram. I kind of like talked about the party. We had a great event. We didn't know this many people was going to come out. Nobody was hurt, and it was a successful event. And I do want to apologize to the community on everybody that came out here, the traffic, the trash. I do understand what it costs, and you know, me and my team, we gonna walk the streets and make sure everything is clean. So we went and we cleaned. We walked for 10 miles, and we picked up all the trash with the 4-wheelers, and we picked up all the trash, cleaned the whole area.
Y'all cleaned 10 miles worth of trash.
10 miles worth of trash.
How many of y'all were there?
Probably like 15 or 20 of us. But at the end of it was the streets were like this. So it's like it wasn't like too big. So
it wasn't terrible.
It's a long walk. It's a long walk, you know? We walking, so like damn near the whole day. So from like 11 to like 7 at night we were done. So
but see, that's commendable, because some people would have just left it.
Yeah, so we did that, and then I posted a video, and then the comments were not so harsh anymore. It was like, at least you tried, and you understand now, and hopefully you learn from this. And I did learn from it. You know, I learned from it, and you know, so
I love hearing the origin story of Baywatch.
Yeah,
so to hearing like how it started versus where it is now, what do you like attribute that growth to? Because it's gotten bigger every year. Yeah,
it's definitely gotten bigger every year, and this year is probably going to be the biggest year that is gotten. But what I can say is, I'm blessed to be in this position, and I'm blessed to have a team of different people that I work with. Especially, so I didn't name too many people, but you know, shout out Rondo, shout out Shanti, Bookman, Rara, 3 Much, Izo, Holiday. So just in the process of Baywatch growing, more people have come to be a part and support it, and you know everyone that's a part of Baywatch. It don't matter what you do. At the end of the day, you do your part. You know, you're gonna get your fruit, and you're gonna get your fruit in return. So, it's still growing. It has a lot of potential to be the biggest event in Texas, like that type of event. And it's definitely heading in that direction where we're gonna be touching 20,000 to 40,000 people.
How is it looking for this year? Tell me what are the plans for this Baywatch? It's March 7th. No, sorry, March 5th through the 9th.
Yeah, so this year we added something new to it. We added an R&B party on that Wednesday. Every year we've been adding. Last year we added a Thursday, so it ended up being Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. This year we added a Wednesday, so now it's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay. But yeah, so this year we added it that day, and then we also, this is the first time we've added it. We've added talent to Baywatch. We've always done Baywatch, no talent, and still bring a mass number of people. This year we ended up getting from the baddies, Natalie Nunn. Shout out Natalie Nunn. She's gonna be hosting the Baywatch Festival on that Saturday, and then also that Friday we have Raffle 9 and Skilla Baby. This year, since last year we had the Baywatch pool party at Sakai, it was crazy. We had about 25 to 3,500 people inside of that venue, and then we had about another line of people outside, so 2,000 people outside the venue. Wow. So this year, when we said we know what we're doing now, we have two pool parties going on at one time. So at Sakai, we have Rock 49. Starts at 3 o'clock, or it starts at 2 o'clock, and then at Encore we have Skilla Baby Baywatch pool party as well. Starts at 2 o'clock. So we have two pool parties going on at one time. So if you can't make it in over here, you can make it in over there. And if it's crazy, once we get closer and we need to add on another pool, I have another pool that's ready to go. Once tickets sell out, we always gonna add on to just make sure that everybody experiences Baywatch and have that great experience. So
I wanted to ask you, where have you gotten this entrepreneurial spirit? Like I said, you're a man of many talents. I know you are involved in event planning. You're involved in doing taxes. You have been involved in real estate. Like, where did you get this drive?
So let me just give you a little bit of my background. My name is Fortune because my dad named me that name, okay? But I lost my dad when I was 2 or 3 years old in the Congo. I'm from the Congo, by the way. And there's a war going on, and there's a war right now going on in the Congo. I pray for those that's out there. But so pretty much what happened was just experiencing having a lot of money, because my dad had a lot of money. And when the war came, I lost everything. Again, this is me 3 years old. My mom used to tell me the stories and everything and all that good stuff about my father. My dad had a lot of businesses too. He had trucks, he had different houses and real estates throughout the Congo, a lot of land. He still owns. I actually have a piece of land that I have from him.
Oh, wow.
Thank you very much. But yeah, so the entrepreneurial part, that came from my dad's side. I say from my dad. Now, the drive comes from my mom, and I seen that, and I'm still seeing it to this day, My mom raised me, my brother, and my sister, and few siblings by herself, working, putting food on the table for all 6 of us, so, and she did it by herself. We came to the U.S., she still did it by herself, until, some of us got a little older, and a few left, they went, college and figured out life on their own. And, but yeah, so the drive and the ambition, all of that, the extra hustle comes from my mom, because I see her and I've seen her do it. If she can do it, I can do it. So yeah.
Does your mom really? Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Does your mom really? How has your mom supported you through the journey of everything that you've done?
And look, if you're an entrepreneur, you already know. Coming into this, and you always know you're gonna have your ups and downs. So definitely from the very get-go, my mom was my backbone. Even to this day, if I don't have it, my mom always provided it. I'm not saying I just be like, hey mom, but if it was ever that situation,
if she can provide it, she'll do it.
She will. From the very get-go with my equipment, She definitely helped me out when I first started. You know, whatever she could do it. If she can't do it, she gonna be like, I don't have it, and you know, you got to figure it out on your own. But yes, you know, shout out Miss Rose.
I love that. I love that because, you know, being in the event planning industry, you will have people that naturally support and naturally don't. I feel like when I was in it, I did have a couple family members that were pushing me towards it, and I feel like I had a couple family members that were pushing me away from it simply because, like you said, the liability and like making sure you have all your ducks in a row, and if not, like things can take a turn. Like, do the liabilities ever scare you to the point where it's like, I don't really know if it's worth it?
Man, it's like they don't scare me, but I see them. You know what I'm saying? So liability is definitely there. It's just really just to have a game plan. You know, having a game plan and finishing it all the way through, so you can really see where you messed up at and where you need to improve at. So it will be situations. I'm pretty sure you know this too because you've been around me, and we talked about this yesterday too. And there's a situation. So it could be where you know you about to step into something that's going to be a liability, but you know sometimes it just be because of our kindness and trying to see others win. You know, we 9 out of 10 we say, you know what, I'm gonna just go ahead and do it just to help him out so he can have a vision. And the difference is, and that's why I'm always ready to help people, even to this day, still doing it, is because I've never had anybody give me any game. I had to learn how to do everything by myself. I know how to edit videos. I know how to do flyers. I know how to do every single thing on the event. I learned how to do that by myself. I never had nobody say, hey, Fortune, I see you doing this. You should come over here so I can show you. Nobody ever showed me the light. I learned how to DJ on my own. I learned how to do everything by myself. And this is before YouTube came out. So now you just go to YouTube.
So you didn't even have YouTube University?
No, YouTube was not how it is right now. You go on YouTube, you can learn how to do everything on YouTube.
YouTube University,
You know,
I am certified.
Yeah, so I didn't have that, you know. So I didn't have that. So, and I know, like I tell you all the time, you're always gonna have people that gonna copy you on what you have, and they'll come and try to do the same, but they're not you.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So, and again, it's okay for somebody to come and have a party on the same day as me. I don't look at it as competition at all. I don't. Never did. Not going to. Now, I mean, at first, you'd be like, dang, what the heck? You know, what's going on? Like, you know, you can pick any other day to do that. Like, why you putting on my, you know, like.
Any other day.
Yeah, like, but at the end of the day, you just got to look at it like this. You got CVS, you got Walgreens. They be right next to each other. So you just got to find a way to make it work. You know? And again, don't fold. Find a way to make it work. And that's what I've done. I've found a way to make things work. It don't matter where we at, I'll find a way to make it work. As long as you can find a way to make it work and never fold, always find different solutions. You know, it's so many ways you can win out here. You know, I mean, look at Houston. Houston has clubs everywhere. You know, don't be the type of guy that will be talking or throwing hate about somebody else's stuff so your stuff can prosper. You know, just go in there and put the work in and do your part, and everything is going to prosper. You know?
I love that.
I do want to say this, though. Being able to speak Spanish helps a lot because you live in Texas.
I be forgetting you're bilingual. Oh, my goodness. No, like trilingual.
Cinco lingo, if that's one.
You know 5 languages?
Yes.
Oh, my gosh.
But I say knowing Spanish is a big help whenever you are here looking for venues, because speaking Spanish is a big help, because a lot of venues out here, some of these owners don't even speak English. So it's like, you know, you got to know how to communicate with them. And I think that was a blessing for me, just having that experience of living in Mexico and playing soccer. When I talk to someone, if I see a jersey, I can kind of like get off subject and just try to get to know them. You know, and then
make it relatable.
Yeah, make it relatable. And then when we talking, it's not just about business, but still about business. Everybody's comfortable. It's like, you know what? I can work with this guy.
Yeah.
You know, so I say speaking Spanish has definitely helped in Texas because it's a lot of people here that don't speak English. And when you're looking for venues, especially these big venues, yeah, if you're not a Reliant and you want to find an arena, yeah, you know, you got to know how to speak Spanish. They do the rodeos and the big band music, la banda. They be doing that over there. So you want to use a venue, you got to know how to speak Spanish. You know, it makes things a little bit easier.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I want us to go into the first ever segment of Hot Takes.
Hot Takes. Okay.
This is when I'm going to ask you a couple questions.
Yeah.
That might be a little controversial, but I want to pick your brain on it.
Okay.
So, my first question. Do Houston promoters actually care about curating a good event, or is it all about making money?
I'm gonna have to put that business out there, okay? So, guess what? I'm gonna say a lot of promoters don't really care.
Yeah.
A lot of promoters don't. As long as they can make some money, they're good with that.
Yeah.
You know, they don't.
I see that.
And with me, I'll say when I first got in this, I used to wake up in the morning and say I'm gonna throw a party, and I'll throw a party, and the party would have thousands and thousands of people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that was more of, you know, right after high school, college. You know, hey, we're throwing a party. So it was more of a party. You know, people coming out having a good time. But at the very beginning, it's not really about just creating an experience. It's more of you just throwing a party.
Yeah.
But once you start doing it for 5 years and you're still doing the same thing and you're not changing anything, you're telling people you about to have a foam party, but you only have one foam canyon. You see what I'm saying?
The quality diminishes, but the prices go up.
But I do understand. You know, you can have that one foam canyon because it costs. It costs a lot, and sometimes it doesn't match. So it's like I gotta get this one foam machine because it's not gonna match, right? But as time goes, you have to learn how to create an experience. You know, like when you say you're gonna have a foam party, you know, it was so expensive, I decided to buy my own foam machines because I'm not going to say I'm going to throw a foam party. I only have one foam machine and I have thousands and thousands of people over here. It doesn't make sense. So, you know, I'm paying $5,000 to do a foam party. So I'm like, just on the foam by itself. So I said, you know what? I'm going to just start buying the machines. So now when I throw a foam party, it's going to be foamed out, foam everywhere, you know, because I have the equipment. I'm not cutting no corners on that.
I like that. So you actually care about creating a good experience.
Of course, you have to. You have to. You do it for so long, you have to create the experience so these people can keep coming back.
I agree.
Look at Baywatch. We've been doing it at a certain level, and now it's like, okay, cool, what else can we add on to make it different? Okay, cool. You know what? Let's get a TV influencer. Baddies. We got Natalie Nunn. Okay, cool. This is the first year we're doing all of these changes. I mean, next year we're gonna be bigger. I don't want to tell y'all right now what we have for the venue for next year for Baywatch is already booked, and it's bigger than ever. So,
and I'm glad you brought up Natalie Nunn because that leads me to my next hot take question.
Yeah.
Do promoters put too much focus on celebrity appearances instead of focusing on the event itself?
Yes, they do. And that is a problem. That is a problem. So as a promoter, just because you book somebody, you should not be depending on them to bring the crowd for you. Okay? So
that's a word.
You should always have the crowd and then bring somebody. Okay? So, you know, when you look at you didn't buy Natalie Nunn, and you're like, where's everybody at? You don't be expecting on Natalie Nunn to bring the people. You need to bring the people. You need to do the work. You need to do the groundwork. Bring the people there. So, you know, first you got to build your crowd, and you don't always have to go for the bigger, for the best person. It doesn't work like that sometimes. You know, sometimes you just have to build your name. And once your name gets to a certain level and you get a crowd and then you start building on top of that crowd. You need some concrete, and the concrete is going to be the fan base that you build. Once you get the fan base, then you start adding on top of it. You know, then it's going to make more sense, because now if you have 2,000 people
Mm-hmm.
and you add on Natalie 9 and she brings another 2,000, now you have 4,000. That's how it should be. You should not look at
Starting from ground zero
Yes.
to get that 2,000.
Yes, you know, sometimes, you know, some people are blessed.
Mhm.
Some people have a good social media and, you know, they can say, hey, I'm going to do this, and a whole bunch of people do. And some people have a great social media and still can't move people like that. So,
Yeah.
it, you know, it just sometimes it just depends, you know?
I agree. So, moving into our last segment, this is called Song of the Week.
Okay.
So, this is where I will ask you, what song have you been jamming to this week?
Well, I listen to a lot of songs, but the only reason I'm saying this one here is just because, you know, we just had a concert with Bossman Dillo. So, yeah, so I'm a big man. Give me more chicken. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know that song. Yeah, give me some more chicken. So, you know,
Give me
yeah.
some
so,
more chicken.
More chicken. Yeah, yeah. But Bossman Dillo. So that's pretty. That was pretty cool. I mean, I'm always in the kitchen cooking. So, but yeah, that's the only reason I think that song, because, you know, he performed and his music is just, yeah.
As far as my song of the week, I don't know. I've been jamming out to, do you know Fried? By
You said Friday?
No, Fried
Fried.
by Future. Yeah, I'm fried.
Oh yeah,
I'm fried. Hey, I don't know. I've been on a Future bin this week.
Now, if we just look at it like that, now I mean, you know, I said Bossman Dillo because of the concert.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a Future guy all day.
Okay.
You know? I mean, you see,
Didn't you tell? No. Future's not your favorite artist.
that is my favorite artist.
No, you told me the other one.
Who?
Travis.
Oh yeah. But it's two
Travis.
different styles.
Oh.
Two different styles.
How?
Travis.
Oh yeah. Travis is a
Future.
rager.
Yeah, we
That
going
makes
crazy.
sense.
Travis, what?
That makes
Man,
sense.
that's my guy right there, man. Travis. Oh yeah, Mo City all day. You know, I'm from the Mo. Travis from the Mo. You know, yeah. You know, shout out to the Mo.
Yeah, no, I've been on
Yeah.
Future this week, so I'm gonna have to add that to our Spotify playlist. Y'all can
Yeah.
go check out both of these artists
Yeah, I like Future. Future
on the
hard.
Spotify playlist.
Future is hard. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you so much. Also, I didn't get to say it in the beginning, but your outfit is everything. Your
Oh,
outfit,
appreciate it,
it's amazing.
appreciate
I
it,
love it.
appreciate it,
I
you
love
know.
it. You're such a vibrant person, and
Appreciate
it always shows through your outfits. So I just wanted to say that.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
Where can everyone find you? What social media handles do you want to share? And, you know, how can people stay up to date with what you got going on?
Oh yeah. So my Instagram is 713 DJ Fortune. My Twitter is 713 DJ Fortune as well. Yeah, and then I mean, that's just me. And then if you guys want to come out to Baywatch, you guys can go to Baywatch Events, Baywatch Baddies, HTX, and Baywatch Weekend on IG, Baywatch Weekend, on TikTok, Baywatch Weekend, on Snapchat, Baywatch Weekend, and on Twitter, Baywatch Weekend, and on Facebook, Baywatch Weekend. Or you can find me at www.baywatchevents.com.
Bet.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming. It was a pleasure talking to you, and we hope to see more of you soon.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. Oh yeah, we got some more events this year coming up. Y'all stay tuned. Like she said, y'all know where to find me. Okay, so stay tuned. We got a lot of events coming this year. We not playing. 2025 is for the books.
Boom. Mic drop.
Yep.